What's up, y'all? We're here at the State of Tech Atlanta, the black version. I'm here with Rafielle. Yeah, how's it going?
Going great, brother. Thank you. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. So tell me, what brought you out to this event today?
I just heard a lot of good people talking about it. I was going online. I see people posted they were coming here. I kind of got inquisitive, wanted to check it out. I've been following some of his events for a while, so I just wanted to kind of pop up and show some support for some of the small companies and startups and kind of promote my business a little bit.
I feel you. I feel you. Okay, so what do you think is like one thing you were kind of expecting to see or learn about or hear people talk about like before coming here?
The state of the startup scene that deals with programming and how black folks can kind of be involved with it, and how the representation is showing up in the Atlanta ecosystem. So I was trying to get, kind of coming here to get informed and educated on what that looked like, the landscape. Again, I was more inquisitive than anything to just try to understand what is the conversation around this space.
Kind of cool. You just came just to be like, okay, what's going on over here?
Yeah, indeed. I think as I see the room packed to capacity, and I understand like the demand, and I see these companies that come to Atlanta, and now I understand why when they talk about the diverse work group or the workforce, and I see that there's so many like black programmers and product managers and people over there, and they like ask us like some really good questions. I'm probably going to go home and do some research on my own and kind of understand like what is this space and like how are we doing in this space. So it was good I came.
That's key. Okay, so you future proofing yourself for real.
Yeah, indeed. So I think it again, the gathering spot is a dope spot. I have been to events here before, but not in this space. But again, it's just beautiful. Good people, good vibes. Everybody kind of like networking and friendly. And I heard so many great concepts for different companies. And I got so many people LinkedIn that I'm gonna check out when I get to the crib that I'm glad I came.
Man, LinkedIn seems to be the key. Like I'm on LinkedIn, but I'm like, okay, all the tech people, they mention LinkedIn first, Instagram second.
Yeah. Well, I can see why. Me personally, I kind of stepped away from Instagram and started doing threads, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm kind of like a reader, so I like to see what people post as far as just information based. But I do try to do my LinkedIn page. I'm trying to get better with it, with my contacts and keeping in touch with people. But I could do better with LinkedIn.
Man, we could all do better.
Yeah. I could do
All
better.
right, so I want to hear about you and your business, but first I got to ask, did you watch the Katt Williams interview?
Most definitely, I watched the interview. So my background is outside of music, because music is why I came to Atlanta. I always tell people that the sound of Atlanta, the camaraderie amongst musicians is what brought me to Atlanta. Film and television is what paid the bills. So a lot of my friends in film and television was showing me the interview, and I ain't like paying no attention to it. I was like, man, Katt Williams always said some silly stuff. But then when I watched it, two things I thought. First thing was I was like, he is promoting something that's working, right? Meaning that like the tell the truth, ask questions last type of approach that he has. I think that was interesting. And I think that he's a marketing genius.
Yeah.
Because I sat there for like 2 hours and 46 minutes and I gave him all that time. And time is very, very, very precious for me, a person who got a family and businesses. And I like sat there, and at the end I was like, I watched this whole interview. I don't even watch HBO movies and Netflix movies that long. Like, you get what I'm telling you? Like,
Right.
I turned off. So I think the Katt Williams interview, outside of all of the gossipy stuff, was informative, entertaining. I think it was everything that black, and not to make it a thing about that, but everything that black comedians offer. Like their shock value, they gritty, they tell the truth. It's the Dave Chappelle's, it's the Kevin Hart's, it's the Katt Williams that just made it just special. So I think he did a great job with it.
Yeah, all right. Who do you think is like more of a marketing genius, 50 Cent or Katt Williams?
Ooh, that's a good one. You're really good. Katt Williams. And I say Katt Williams because I think 50's approach sometimes, the beef versus I'm just telling it from my perspective is different. And I think Katt just offered his perspective. I don't think like, I think he removed any violent conflicts and things like that. I think 50 is a better businessman, right? I think 50 like takes that little momentum he gets, he can really make a business out of it. But I think marketing, I think Katt is just, it's 36 million views in like what, 7-8 days.
Man,
I didn't even
40
know that,
now, I think.
I didn't even know I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Right.
Like honestly, I mean, I know it was a thing, but I thought he was still on like network television. So I just think it's a special thing, and I think we at a time now where like it really doesn't, coming from a background of film and television, and you see like people spend a lot of money to create content, and I think it's really changing what people feel is digestible, consumable, relatable. I think it's all about where you put your time at, and I think if you can get somebody to sit down like myself, a person who does decent in Atlanta and raises a family and spends money to watch you for 2 hours and 46 minutes, one shot
During the week.
and not only did you have me watch it, but I shared it with my friends probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. I think it's just impressive, and that just go to say that I think the content creators are onto something. These kids that's doing these non-traditional ways are onto something, and I'm paying attention. I am. I'm like shit. I'm paying attention. I want to be a part of this next wave of how we consume content.
I feel that. Okay, yeah, let's get back to you then. All right, so you're in the entertainment space, and I like the way you're in is very interesting. So can you tell us a little bit about what it is that you do?
Well, I work in film and television in the wardrobe department, which basically is we create characters' wardrobe. So I work for a designer. They'll come and say, hey, make this guy look homeless. We make him look homeless. Hey, make this guy look like a lawyer. We make him look like a lawyer. So some of the shows that people may know is I did Bad Boys 3 as a costumer. I started at Tyler Perry. Grateful for that because I learned a lot there. I know a lot of people from Tyler Perry. I worked on The Resident for a while. I just finished up a Disney show called Pocket Watch that's pretty big with Brandy being the Black Cinderella. It was a MTO show, which is made to order. So I learned a lot from the designer named Emilio, who's he won 2 Tony Awards in like the theater world. He's like a pretty big deal. And I just learned a lot about it's all marketing and clothing. It's like you use clothes to market the character, So I just understood how far the story could be if done right with the clothes. So I'm grateful for that experience. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've done in film and television for the last 12 years now.
That's dope. That's dope. So I know there's a lot of stuff happening. It seems like the next panel is about to go up. So I don't want to take too much of your time. But where can everyone follow you and become a part of your support system?
Oh yeah, perfect. So I keep it classic. IKEEPIT classic is where you could follow me on Instagram. My website is there. Me and my wife have a screen printing and embroidery business. It's a family-owned business where we do apparel decoration. The goal is to get into content creation. So we're looking at ways to merge politics and conversations. Nonpartisan, different ideas, different approaches. We shot an episode with Natalie Hall, which is a Fulton County Commissioner. And we're just trying to make politics sexy to where we start talking about things outside of Katt Williams. I think Katt Williams exists. No, I think Katt Williams' conversation is very educational based on how you look at it. And to be very transparent, I also grew up Jehovah's Witness like Katt Williams. I'm also from Ohio. So a lot of things were aligning for me, what he said. But I'm trying to take an avenue to where if I could take politics and do what Tyler Perry, Spike Lee did with film and television, I could rest well at night.
Yeah. I like that. All right, we're going to work together. I feel we aligned.
Forward to it, brother.
Awesome. All right, thanks for your time today, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.